Alright everyone, Shika Hogan here reporting for the festival. So, this is basically, well, technically speaking, this is the second part of the video where the first one is just with the Hachiroku, with the, the racing spec that I've built, which, well, probably will be my daily drive for this game for now. Well, this is the second one, which is this particular car as well. Well, obviously this is the Hachiroku, the same car as before, but it has a different body kit. I forgot what it's called already. I just mentioned it in the last video because I saw the sponsor on the car. But yeah, if you already noticed, this is the same, well, technically this is the same livery as the other car that I've used before, which is also a drift car. And well, that's because this is obviously from the same guy, which is the AWDball. Oh, I just read it. God damn it! Why am I such an amnesia like this? The AWDballGaming. I think that's it. I'll just show the pictures like here. But yeah, it is obviously the Enjuku racing livery that he made. But the difference here is that he made the lady on the car into red for the other color, like the hair, the clothing, and some stuff like the text as well is also turned red. The only thing that doesn't seem to change is the color for the flower, which is still purple. That's okay because actually that's make it better compared to the usual all purple setup actually, because it's kind of contrasting. No, it's not really contrasting, it's just kind of complement each other somehow. And yes, this is the drift spec that I've built, and yes, this is obviously this one is properly mirrored to one side to another, so that's a good thing. Yes, you can show your anime girl on the side when drifting. That's even better. So right, let's start drifting a little bit around here. I mean, obviously I'm not the best drifter, and not to mention it's kind of janky when I try to make a drift spec for this car. Like, I'm not sure. Yeah, not the best drift that I've done. I mean, it's been a while since I tried to drift around here. Alright, 40,000. I forgot what's the proper score for this. I think it's... yeah, I mean, it's close. It's close. But, well... and this car is pretty good for drifting just for fun, not for points. Because, well, the one that I set up is, right now, is... the... yeah, this is the lower end of the spectrum, because I don't think I have a drift car for A class lower actually, if I want to try to, you know, try to drift around here and there on online competition, online match. Yeah, there is an online adventure for drifting. It's kind of forgotten a little bit. Oh yeah, a little bit too much there. Oh, it's almost 9, come on. But yeah, it is still using the same engine like the last one, but the only difference here is that I changed the tire to straight compound, I think, if I remember correctly. Oops. That's going to break the body kit, but it's fine. Ah, yeah, that's a bit too much there. Need to pay attention to the road a little bit. A little, just little. But yeah, I never really try to use a low-powered car for drifting. This one in particular is actually fully weight reduced to help me out with the drift. And I refuse to change the engine because, well, the engine is actually pretty good for tuning. Like, well, it's not the best, obviously, compared to some other engine like, well, JZ, for example. But it does reach 400 horsepower. But in this car, I need to get used to the slower drift like this because well, it is so much different than your usual stuff, and well, since I'm not using manual with clutch, I have to make do with a little bit of adjustment with the throttle, because I usually just use the power to make sure the car keeps drifting. So this is a little bit different, obviously. But other than that, oh, that's a little bit too much throttle. Oops, that will definitely break the car. Oh, that's a great J-turn, apparently, even though it's not that great. But yeah, as you can see, I can handle the car just fine. And yes, this is the car that I mentioned before, that I already adjust the roll bar instead of the racing spec. So yeah, for the tire, if I remember correctly, I use 195 on the front and 235 on the rear. So it will, I mean, it's a lot of grip actually for a straight tire, but it is fine. Just a tap. But yeah, it is kind of nice to drift actually. Like, it's pretty tame and stuff like that. But still, I should be careful with the drift. Ooh, that was close. I almost break the chain. And I break it. There is no way I go around there. It's okay though. I keep it on the 4th gear. I mean, that's the kind of way I drift my car. I mean, most people will try to make it as short as possible in terms of gearing. Well, I kind of not, because I still want to drive it a little bit around, just make it quite drivable a little bit, so you know, you can just move around a little bit before you have to start drifting. You can get to speed and stuff like that. And then, other than that, you just start drifting. But yeah, this car is pretty good for drifting, that's for sure, but you cannot put too much power under it because the maximum size tire for this particular car isn't that big, so you know, you got to keep that in mind when you're tuning it. I mean, I've seen people that put on the 2JZ engine and just went up to 1600 horsepower, and well, Not exactly the most controllable thing to see. Need to wreck a little bit here. But yeah, definitely need to get used to the low speed drifting because they are so much different. Like you need to clutch kick and stuff like that. I don't know how to do that, and especially I don't really want to use clutch in video games because, well, it's just a video game. I rather have some easier time to do. Oh, a bit too much there. Let's try to do a circle here. Is it the donut? Yeah, I think it's donut. I mean, yeah, I can make a consistent circle if I want, but I want to keep the EXP going a little bit. I need to straighten it up a little bit. That's a little trick that I learned. And if you want to go a little bit wider, just hold the handbrake, if you will. Come on, let's try not to lose it. But yeah, it is nice drift car for a slow car, that's for sure. I never tried this before because usually I'll just pack up a bunch of power and call it a day. I almost lost the chain there. Yeah, that's a little bit too much. I need to go a little bit wider. Well, that is... Ooh, that's way too wide. That was a little too wide for the situation at hand. But yeah, car is doing really well. I tried to push too much there. Come on, don't lose the chain. I cannot see a thing there. I'm going to lose the chain, yep. It's okay. Mild peril, okay. But yeah. Too bad I have to drift around at night by the time I record this, but that's okay. At least you... Oh, hello there. Sorry about that, mister. You can go past. Let's try to do this particular drift zone, because this one, well, it's pretty hard to do, in my opinion. I mean, not too bad for me, but still, I'm so used to high power drift than this. Usually it's around 1000 horsepower or at least 700. So this is a little bit different than what I'm used to. Yeah, I spun up there. But it's okay. We can still go around here, but yeah. Woo! I'm pretty sure he's mad for that. Sorry about the scratch, it's just a scratch, sir. But yeah, I guess that is it for this particular car. I mean, yeah, it is a fun car. You can pretty much build it however you like, because the platform is, honestly, it's pretty good to be doing for a lot of kind of tuning. Just make sure you know, pick the right engine for it, if possible, if you really want to do that, and well, and make sure you tune it properly, you know, unless you want to make some janky ass car, which is, well, basically a shitbox. Oh, that is a shallow drift. Oh yeah, that's pretty good actually. But yeah. Ooh, that's... Oh!